Okay, hello everyone. And yes, just came back from Vietnam, fully charged. And yeah, today is $1 million question: how to become successful in MLM, or how to become successful in network marketing. And as I said, I was in Vietnam, so I saw Mr. Eddie Tan, good friend of mine. And Eddie Tan is also a shareholder of Private International in Vietnam, in Thailand, in Laos. And when this guy speaks, wow, he inspires me. All right. I mean, he really inspires me, because if he can do it, I can do it. He gives me that that bait, that belief. If he can do it, I can do it. So let me just share with you who is Eddie Tan. All right. So this is a photo taken in Hanoi. And the one beside me is Mr. Eddie Tan. And I have the greatest respect to this gentleman, 66, 67 years old. Um, and because of his situation, um, he is virtually unable to see unless you're right in front of him. So let me tell you his story, because if this guy can do it, we can all do it. All right. Um, at the age of 19 years old, because I heard his story many times and especially still fresh in my memory, I thought I take advantage of it in this session to relate his story. Hopefully it will inspire some of you as he has inspired me. At the age of 19 years old, he was a sportsman, got many medals. He was showing all the photos of his uh, young childhood days. At the age of 19, his father passed away, and being in a family of seven, and he being the eldest, he had to go to work, right? To to support the other siblings. And when he went to work at that time, he had to go through a medical. Okay. And when he went through a medical, they found out something is wrong with his kidney. Every 6 months, he had to go for the checkup, and the kidneys are going down, all right, in terms of its functionality. So he progressed over the years, and as he related his story, um, he proposed to his girlfriend, and his girlfriend, despite his situation and condition, agreed to marry him at the age of 25 years old. And he showed his photo of his wedding. He didn't have any furniture in his house, he just got married. And because of his kidney position and situation, he had to have children fast before it stopped working. You know what I mean? So at the age of 26, he had a son. At the age of 27, he had another son. By the time he reached the age of 30, his two kidneys completely gone. All right. And he was lying on the bed, in the hospital, and he didn't know what to do, because um, he cannot afford dialysis, and it was so expensive at that time. You're talking about 30 over years ago. You don't even have a lot of dialysis machines, not to mention the cost. So he asked the doctor, what other options does he have? And doctors at that time, hospitals were not doing well. And they said, okay, we can do a kidney transplant if you can ask one of your siblings to donate one kidney, just one. We can do a transplant for you. And he said, but I don't have the money to pay, And they said, okay, we will do it for you for free if you can advertise for us. If the kidney transplant is successful, you advertise for us, okay, so that our hospital can become popular. And he had no choice, right? So he agreed. And then one of his brothers offered, his kidney. So he had his transplant, and he was showing all the newspaper cuttings and everything. He was the first kidney transplant patient in Malaysia. Can you imagine? So he went down in the history books. So Chinese newspaper, Malay newspaper, with Eddie Tan's face when he was younger. And anyway, yes, the transplant was successful, but the cost of the medicine, he had to take the medicine every day, and just per month, you know how much it costs? Costs about 1,000 US dollars. You're talking about 30 over years ago. That's, you know, what, multiply by how many times more than, maybe seven times more than it is worth today in US dollars. How can he afford it? There's no way he can afford it, right? So he got a new kidney, and he had 2 sons, and the wife was pregnant at the time, and he was like, he cannot go forward, he cannot go backwards. You know what I mean? So he was really going through severe hardship. To live, he just didn't have the money just to pay for he had to take the medicine so that the kidney does not reject or does not get rejected from his body. And it cost so much. Okay. So yeah, I mean, he was like borrowing here, borrowing there, owing hospital money. And he even told the wife, the unborn child, we have to sell him off. Okay. And one of his sisters, who couldn't have a baby, wanted to buy the unborn child for $8,000, right? Wow, what a story. And because why he needed the $8,000, because he had to pay the medical bill, which accumulated even before and after the operation and the medicine and everything. And after the child was born, the wife didn't want to sell to the uh, sister of Eddie Tan, and thankfully the whole thing was, and he had a twist of luck. Once that third son was born, his luck changed. Okay, Eddie went into MLM, and he became successful in MLM, and that changed his life completely. And he was showing photo of him in a car, and dressed all different. The children looks different and everything, and it's like, wow. I mean, that is a very inspiring story, but it didn't end. Okay, so he went on to become a legend in different MLM companies and made huge amount of money. But by the time he reached 40 years old, the kidney was rejected. Okay, so but that time wasn't too bad because he had money. So he went to China, he went to Guangzhou, and he paid a lot, and he got another kidney. So, okay, so with that, he survived and he continued in his journey. And at that time, he was with Unicity, and he became a legend in Unicity because he's the largest income earner for Unicity in Asia. So he showed a lot of his photos in Unicity, and how successful he was at the time. So for a guy who, at the age of 19, father passed away, he had to go through health issues. He had to go through family financial issues because of his health. He had to go through all the things that you wouldn't wish for. Coming from him when he narrated it and showing the slides of his photos, of course, it's much better than me telling you guys the true story. And I'm sure one of these days, you guys will meet him personally. You can appreciate a guy like that. So he has really inspired a lot of people over his lives, and I mean over his life as a distributor, networker, leader, and he has been all the while in health food supplements, and helping many people financially as well as in terms of health. So he thinks maybe because of that, God allowed him to live, to continue living so that he can help more people. So over the years, because of his kidney problems, and now he cannot really see you, he has, to use a lens just to read, all the messages and reply, which he does very fast. And we play golf together. For a guy who cannot really see, can still hit the ball. That's amazing, Wow. I love him. This guy is amazing. He cannot really see, but he can feel, he can putt, he can chip the ball in, and he can, I don't know, he will just walk to the hole and feel his way around the green and somehow. Yeah, very, very inspiring. I went to his house a few years ago, and he showed his house in Vietnam as well as part of his story. Beautiful house. 7 washing machines. Guys, seven washing machines. Such a big house. Why 7? Because if some is for the maid only is one machine, and then the towel for washing another machine, so each one is like, yeah, seven washing machines. And his art collection, wow, it's a lot of expensive stuff, I would say. And the whole gallery. The point is not to show off. The point is, if he can do it, so can we. You know what I mean, guys? So that's Mr. Eddie Tan, the guy whom I've known for years, and who also introduced this wonderful Prive International and iTerra Care business to me. So because of me, you guys are all here, right? So it's a principle of cause and effect, and that's what the universe is all about. So we're all connected somehow. You're not here by accident, or something happened along the way, and because of Mr. Eddie Tan, we are all here today. Okay, so where do we go from here? Well, I think it's important to know where we are right now. And where we are right now is the company is financially very solid, and all the top achievers who qualified for the trip to Dubai and Egypt, they had a wonderful time. And I saw on Facebook, some of them are flying back to their home countries right now. And yeah, the company is looking very, very solid and very healthy. And this is very important, all right, because when we are looking at an opportunity, this is something that Mr. Eddie Tan shared in his training, is you look at the 4 Ps. Okay, the 4 Ps are very important in selecting the right company and the right opportunity. The first P is the personnel. The personnel means the management. And if you look at Dr. Stephen Lai, Dr. Jimmy Chong, and Casey, and everyone, they have like combined more than 100 years of MLM experience between all 4 of them, all right? So that's a lot of MLM experience there. And it's not like you have an investor who puts money into a company and ask somebody to design a marketing plan. And of course, the person who designed the marketing plan will probably design it in such a way that it may overpay so that he can earn more and the company won't last, so on. But here we have people who have been in the business for many years. For example, Dr. Stephen Lai, 30 over years. After he graduated, he never worked anywhere except MLM, all right? So these people came from Amway and all the pioneering companies and where it is today. And they designed a plan and they run the business. Dr. Jimmy Chong is doing the admin, and Casey as well as the group GM, and they run it the way they know best, okay? So what I'm saying is that the first P, the personnel, I have a tick, all right, approve, because these guys are from the industry, they know. Then the second P is the product. And I don't have to tell you guys more because you already know, you already believe, we have already seen so much about the product. So the product is pretty amazing. It's pretty awesome. That's why we are here. And the next P is, of course, the plan, the marketing plan. And right now, top earners are earning tens of thousands and even more than $100,000 a month, US dollars. It's just so amazing, right? And I don't know, each one of us have our own dream, goal, whatever you want. Some of you may just want to earn 10,000 US, some may want 20, some may want 5, I don't know. Some may want 50, 40, whatever your aspirations may be. Definitely, there are already people in this company that has already achieved that. The fourth P is the potential, all right? The potential for the product, the potential for the business. I think if you talk about the product, wow, although we are already in more than 50 countries, but we are just at the tip of the iceberg in these countries, right? Even in the Philippines or India, I mean, come on, India alone, you talk about Maharashtra with 200, well, how many? 100 over million. The state of Maharashtra, where Mumbai sits, has more in terms of population than the Philippines. You guys there, right? So it's like, woohoo, mind-boggling. So we haven't even scratched the surface. You know, we are just starting. So the potential is huge. Potential for payout is huge. All right. The potential for business is huge. If we have a lot of money today and we want to start a business, what are our chances of success? Very, very small. 99% failure. I think that's what people are saying. Within the first 3 to 5 years, 99% failure. Even if you discount to 95% failure, that's a huge rate, because we may know how to sell, we may know how to market, but we may not know how to run admin, accounting, and so many things. So to have a successful business, it takes a lot. And here we already have a wonderful platform, slightly more than a year, very stable, established. Where do we go from here? And where do all of us fit in, right? And this is like going on a ride together with the opportunity. Simply, we just can't fail. Simply, we just can't fail, all right? And the more we talk, the more we earn. Yeah, I mean, whether it's home party or Zoom meeting or combination of this and that, don't stop talking. Don't stop sharing. The more we talk, the more we earn. If Eddie Tan can do it, so can all of us, right? I hope you appreciate this secret to success in MLM. Well, that's the secret. There's no secret. The secret is there is no secret, all right? It's your burning desire to succeed. People like Ricky Brandino has already shown us. He almost died. He took his life. He didn't die. All right. He came in and look at him now. 3-star manager, income more than 40,000-50,000 US a month. Give away free iTerra Care devices, helping humanity. Wow, that's amazing. That's really touching. Okay. So there is no word in our vocabulary when it comes to doing this business, such as failure or whatever. There's no such thing, because other people can make it. Why can't we? Okay, so we must ask ourselves, why? Why are we doing this? Why people fail? Because they give up. Wasted, right? You know, in the Filipino, sayang naman. Why? You know, others can make it. Why can't we? Why do we give up? Okay, so Eddie Tan can make it. We can all make it. All right, guys. Hope you enjoy this, and all the very best to all of you.